Good evening, viewers. Welcome to this session. We have Shekhar Iyer back with us. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Minaji. Thank you, Jaydev.
Thank you,
So, sir,
Sekhar.
there's a lot of chaos happening in Delhi, sir. Now that these Khalistani-sponsored farmers' agitation has decided to go, take their tractors and all these heavy vehicles to Delhi. Their intention seems to be to create anarchy and make a Modi government enter into a violent reaction so that it can create some anti-Modi sentiments before the election. What do you think is the option Modi government has to tackle this kind of situation, sir?
Minaji, you are absolutely on the dot when you say that the intention of these agitation is to have a confrontation that would show Prime Minister Modi in a bad light ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. Already, some of the organizers or leaders of these groups have come on even on camera to say that our whole effort is to bring down the graph, that is popularity graph of Modi.
Yeah.
So that's the intention. And on the other hand, the government's approach is rather to continue to keep the dialogue going. They have in fact come with a very, I would say, a very innovative proposal.
Yes.
At least 5 crop MSP will be guaranteed for 5 years, and those will encourage diversification.
Yes.
See, these Punjab farmers prefer to grow only paddy and wheat because of this MSP.
Yeah.
And paddy and wheat is easy to grow, but future is difficult because of the depleting water table in Punjab.
Yes.
Punjab is one of the well irrigated states of India, and there is no difficulty in growing paddy or wheat.
Yeah.
But the problem is, Punjab is no longer growing that quality wheat. Quality wheat in India is coming from states like Madhya Pradesh. But because of high MSP,
states like coming from states like
Madhya Pradesh.
Okay.
See, some of your quality wheat comes from Madhya Pradesh.
Yes.
So the flour you get in the market today, mostly they come from Madhya Pradesh, which produces quality wheat.
Yes.
But in terms of bulk, Punjab leads and a lot of farmers grow. And there is a whole system there, Meenaji, which benefits from farmers growing only these two crops.
Yes.
And there are middlemen. There are middlemen who are actually the people you are seeing out there as farmers are actually
the middlemen.
The middlemen, the grain traders who also act as money lenders. They are called Artiyas in Punjab. And they are also into political parties. They fund political parties. And everybody earns a commission out of this MSP deal in Punjab. Punjab government earns commission. The middlemen get commission. Actually, the farmer who is toiling on the field, he doesn't get much.
Yes.
But what is now being suggested, a formula that was offered to the farmers, look, if you want MSP, legalized MSP, we can guarantee a legal MSP for 5 years for 5 crops.
Yes.
Mostly pulses, that is all the 3 varieties of dal.
Yeah.
And then the maize or makkah.
Yeah.
And the other is your cotton, rui. Cotton is another thing which is which basically to get the farmers to move from high water intensive crops to go for more commercial crops that have demand and that have future and have a market. Now this is not acceptable. Even this is not acceptable. But in fact, everybody has been saying, look, farmers need a guaranteed MSP to an assured return for the produce. But they must also be encouraged to produce, which will have a definite market in the future or even in the present. But obviously the considerations are, as you mentioned in your opening remarks, which is to keep the thing going and then create problems and see. And the fact that these farmers are, the people who are out there who claim to be farmers, they brought their trucks, they brought their rather earth-moving equipment.
Yes.
They got JCBs and porcelain, vehicles. The whole idea seems to be we'll break the barrier and move it.
Yes, for violence.
That is not go for violence.
Yeah.
But I think to the extent possible, both the government of Haryana particularly, and the central government are ensuring that chaos is not allowed into Delhi, not like what we saw in January 26th of 2021. You remember they stormed Red Fort and then they
Yes.
raised their religious flag on the Red Fort.
Yeah.
This kind of thing will not be allowed again, that is certain. But at the same time, the government doesn't want to appear to be very harsh on these people.
Yes.
So there is a continuous appeal for dialogue and telling them, please come for talks, keep the dialogue going. You have heard Agriculture Minister Arjun Munda at least thrice a day trying to appeal to them, please, this is not the way forward. This is not going to help. At the same time, Punjab, Haryana government is encouraged by the fact that Punjab and Haryana High Court has taken a stern view of this,
Yeah.
saying that why are these people out of tractors should not be plying on the highways
Yes.
and common people should not be put to difficulties.
Mm.
So that is encouraging Haryana government to sort of take action, sort of a crackdown.
Yeah.
Till now, what we have seen is they are using only tear gas to disperse these farmers. So, but farmers also, I mean, these agitationists, as I would prefer to call them, and these agitationists are hoping that they can breach and then create a problem, do something.
Yeah.
That seems to be the the game plan, and they
Yeah.
are encouraged by Aam Aadmi Party, Rahul Gandhi, without even fully understanding the implications of MSP, and he says we will guarantee MSP for all
Mm.
the 23 crops. And he has even come with figures which are not in consonance with figures given by experts as to what happens if you had to accept MSP for in perpetuity for all the crops.
Yes.
That could run into lakhs of crores
Yeah.
and leaving you with little money. But
Mm.
no decision, Meenaji, can be taken under the duress of a gun.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot
And
say, I'll storm Delhi, so you have to take a policy. Well,
yeah.
the farmers have to be listened to, no doubt. Farmers have genuine problems.
Mm.
But again, how do you ensure that whatever MSP goes to the farmer who actually grows the crop?
Yes.
Otherwise, all you are seeing is all these commission agents are playing havoc.
Yeah. Absolutely. And also, just like you
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
like,
yeah. Sorry,
yeah.
I have one question for sir. Is that where is regarding the funding? Do you see any influence of ISI or China or any other foreign countries? Indirectly maybe having an influence on these farmers' protests in India.
The funding, they don't need at the moment international funding. These people who are out there, they have made tons of money on this deal, MSP purchases by the government. In fact, produce from other states, from Bihar, they are brought to Punjab and sold as Punjab produce so that they can claim that MSP.
Mm.
Paddy, which is grown in Bihar, is transported to Punjab to be
Oh.
sold.
Mm.
I mean, this whole system lacks, I'll tell you, it doesn't, it should, I mean, the whole idea is farmers will get a guaranteed thing.
Yeah.
And then they are talking about the Dr. Swaminathan committee, that report it has been hanging for since rather it was given in 2008 or 9, and even in 2010 Manmohan Singh himself said we cannot implement this formula, which
Mm.
is what, as a for determining MSP, which
Yeah.
is whatever is the cost, I mean whatever the MSP price you decide on the basis of the input cost.
Yeah.
Over that, you add another 50% to take
Mm.
care of any other costs that have been borne by the farmer.
Yeah.
So that even Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, even the Congress government said, look, going for an MSP as a legal agreement or some kind of a fiat, that will manipulate the market to a point where eventually it will give diminishing returns to farmers.
Yes.
This was made clear. I mean, that's why they did do it. But then today, Rahul Gandhi sees any issue, any protest,
Mm.
anybody seem to be opposing Modi, then he is willing to throw his lot without
Yes.
understanding the implication.
Mm.
See, a party which is one day, I mean, I don't know. Some people will say, God forbid, that Congress one day comes to power and then they are to face the situation. See, whatever you say today, it will bounce against you.
Yes.
I mean, he is giving assurance left, right. He says all 23 crops. So some people are asking now the agitation should withdraw their agitation. Rahul Gandhi is
Yeah.
assured,
Yeah.
and that Congress is coming to power. So let us withdraw the agitation. Why are you still progressing? See the timing of this agitation, Miraji.
Yeah.
See,
Mm.
last year 22, the whole 2022, they had a committee. That committee was set up as per the agreement which was done in 2021, after which the three farm bills were withdrawn. But
Yes.
this committee did not meet because these farmers' unions, this Kisan Samyukta Union, Kisan Samyukta Union, they were not interested. Now, just before 2 months before election, they feel this is the right time, and Parliament is no longer in session. The Parliament session is over, so government cannot even bring a law.
Yeah.
You can't call a Parliament for this because
Hmm.
we are already soon moving to election mode, and by
Hmm.
March first week or second week, you will have the dates before you.
Yes.
Election
Hmm.
Commission will out the dates. Then the Model Code of Conduct kicks in,
Yes.
which means no government can make any policy pronouncements.
Yeah.
But
So they've selected such a time.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely there is a political intention, political purpose, and to see if there can. And today I am told all these farmers are wearing bulletproof vests, gas
Yes.
masks.
Hmm.
I mean, all these cost money. An average farmer
Hmm.
would not waste his money on all these things
Yes.
unless this agitation has been planned in a way which goes for direct confrontation.
Yes.
And tomorrow, who knows, they may take out air guns or actual
Yeah.
carbines. We don't know.
Yeah. So it's the same thing as in Karnataka. They had promised the sun, the moon, and the stars, and for just to travel of a distance of 5 kilometers, you take 3 hours. That's how bad the roads are in Karnataka. Congress promised everything, but they are delivering nothing. That is how they function after they win elections.
Indeed, I mean, that story you are seeing in Himachal Pradesh also.
Yeah.
All kinds of promises are made. They have difficulty, paying even the salaries. And this was, remember, this was billed as Priyanka's guarantee.
Yes.
Priyanka Gandhi was made all these announcements: this free,
Yes.
that free, buy one get one free types. So one promise you accept, you give you another three promises.
Yes.
But
Absolutely.
the fact remains, your exchequer is highly strained.
Yeah.
I mean, you are not able to do anything. There are so many vested interests. You have huge bureaucracy. You have to
Mm.
pay their salaries.
Mm.
All these are, a kind of thing that doesn't, speak for good governance.
Yeah.
But somehow they feel if at all we catch the, get power in Delhi, then we can, ensure funds can be given. More welfareism can happen. And because after all, under Modi, there has been a lot of fiscal discipline. This the deficit has been brought. I mean, nearly it's coming under control. So a lot of good things have happened in the economy, the management of economy. It
Yes.
suits Congress to wait for them to come to power and then make use of all these good things that have been done to
Yes.
perpetuate that. But
Yeah.
I think that will not happen, fortunately, because people are aware what these promises are, what kind of promises. Because people have also realized, Meena and Jaydev
Yeah.
ji, that ultimately they want things that will really better their lives, not some doles here and there. See, there is what is called an aspirational generation. They are looking at things where things will really give them some opportunity to better their lives, not
Yes.
some dole. Yes,
Mm.
some doles are necessary. Some help is definitely necessary. Some hand holding is necessary. But you don't hand hold your child's hand till he grows into adult.
Yes.
I mean, there is an age for that, and that's
Mm.
the time you step in and hold the child's hand. But you
Yes.
also see that the child starts walking alone. You
Mm.
encourage the child to walk alone even when it hesitates.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. And also, so going back to this question, sir, about his atrocious behavior to a press reporter in UP, asking him for his name and then trying to identify his caste. What has this question got to do with religion and caste? And on top of that, they were also beating him up.
Meena ji, actually, Rahul is going berserk
Yes.
and he's so full of anger. I mean, one, this interaction with that press reporter,
Yes.
asking him what his caste is. Then, when he
Yes.
came to know that his caste is, he mentioned some Yadav. So, he's an
Yes.
OBC. Then he said, what is the caste of your owner? And that too publicly, trying to uh, belittle someone because his owner belongs to doesn't belong to an OBC caste.
Mm.
I mean, what is this? This is plain bullying.
Yes.
And other thing is even more. I feel. I think Rahul really needs a break, which he of course is taking.
Yeah.
He'll be going to Cambridge on 26th and 27th of
Yes.
February. because he has run out of galis now. He has to go there and collect some more galis and come.
Yeah.
I think it looks like that. And look at his comment on Varanasi.
Yes.
He says that he was just in Varanasi before he came to Amethi. He says that I saw people drunk dancing to music in the night, late night. So this is what is happening to youth of UP. The entire, you see a bunch dancing in Bangalore. Do you conclude that entire Karnataka is drunk and
It's
going to dog?
yeah.
You don't do that. I mean, and I think he's doing it deliberately to say, look, you may showcase Varanasi as a proof of the development, but this
Yes.
is what is there. So
Yeah.
now what has happened? Now this his remarks has reacted, got very strong reactions, and
Yes.
one UP minister, Minaji,
Yeah.
Pratap uh, Pratap Singh,
Yes.
the Pratap Rajesh Singh or Pratap Singh, a state minister, he says, can Rahul Gandhi give a guarantee that none of his family members don't drink or don't take, psychotropic substances? So he
Yeah.
has asked, he says, can you guarantee that you are talking about the entire city of Varanasi or Banaras?
Yeah.
Now, this is going to invite this kind of
Yeah.
remarks
It's going to hit back.
because we know that good members, the members of the Gandhi family and the extended family, they enjoy their glass of wine.
Yes. Yes.
But why make an issue to point out that
The whole of
Varanasi has seen a
Varanasi. Yes.
revivalism? Basically, he is trying to point out, and then his other comments, then his comments about Ayodhya, what happened, there was no OBC present, no, which is not true. In fact, this was one of the mass participatory Prana Pratishtha I have ever seen.
Yes.
There are a lot of people, they had invited all the religious denominations of the Hindu, within the Hindu Sanatan Dharma. They had
Yes.
called even people belonging to faiths which are not exactly seen as the mainstream Hindu, yeah, but generally part of the practices that
Yes.
encompasses the entire Sanatan Dharma. They were invited. All different panth, from panth, they were called. And then to say that you saw only Amitabh Bachchan, Mukesh Ambani, and Aishwarya Rai. Aishwarya Rai was not present there. So, but why are you taking their names as if to belittle
Mm.
their particular profession? I mean, should not Amitabh Bachchan attend Ram Temple function? He's an actor on his own. Yeah. Similarly, Aishwarya Rai, she did not dance, or she didn't even come there.
She didn't even come.
To speak it in a particular way, the way
Yeah.
Rahul is
Yeah.
speaking,
Yeah.
is as if to belittle Aishwarya Rai,
Yeah.
as if the profession to which she belongs has to be
It's a
belittled.
cheap. Yeah. It's a cheap.
I mean, they are all professional actors, and they are highly accomplished individuals. For you to drag them into this because you want to
Yeah.
belittle Ram Temple,
Mm.
you want to belittle them also and their
Yeah.
profession, their trade, their talents. I don't think that's a sign that Rahul is indeed, is a political leader worth his salt, actually, because questions will now begin to be asked.
Mm.
I mean, what are you talking? And now we are told he is going to take a break. He's going to Cambridge to give again lecture,
Yeah.
which people tell me is usually planned to meet people who give him ideas like Sam
Yes.
Petroda.
Yes.
हुआ तो क्या हुआ?
Mm.
His comment on 84 rights, remember? हुआ तो हुआ,
Mm.
हो गया. So probably he will pick up some more galis from there, some ideas from all so-called, academic experts on poverty, some of
Yes.
whom they gave him this idea about OBC. His
Yeah.
OBC idea, I'm told,
Yes.
originated
Yes.
in one of the
From there.
interactions Rahul had
Yeah.
with Sam Petroda and the company.
Yeah.
So now he has run out of all the galis. He has
Something
used
new
that.
he needs to.
So he is going there to come with new galis, and he'll be back here, I'm told, by end of February, and he'll relaunch.
Mm.
But I
Yeah.
think at one point it's very silly and very, I would say, stupid.
Mm.
I mean, in the sense, of course, Minaji, is that what we are hearing today is finally Samajwadi Party and Congress will have an alliance. I mean, good news for the Congress, because Congress has given up the demand. They were insisting on 3 seats, which were seen
Yeah.
as winnable because of huge minority presence.
Yes.
One was Moradabad, the other was Bijnor, the third one was Balia.
Mm.
Now I hear the latest is Priyanka, who was kept out of UP campaign by Rahul Gandhi.
Mm.
She had to step in, she had to speak to Akhilesh Yadav,
Yeah.
and apparently Akhilesh Yadav said, look, I've given you the best deal, take 70 seats, but don't insist on these three seats.
Mm.
Now I am told they are, instead of these three seats, they will get Sitapur, Shravasti, and Varanasi.
Okay.
Congress will get to contest Varanasi now. Now the question is now, and also Priyanka, who had come with a statement saying that she's skipping this Nyaya Yatra in Uttar Pradesh
Mm.
because of her health.
Mm.
Actually, it was because Rahul did not want her around in UP
Yeah.
was
Mm.
part of the Yatra.
Mm.
But now we are told she will also be joining the Yatra on February 24th.
Okay.
Now these are again, but within the party, people cannot but notice the fact that Rahul Gandhi is not giving even elbow room for Priyanka to play any important role.
Okay. Yeah.
And question is, who will be the candidate from Raebareli since that Sonia has left Varanasi, I mean left Raebareli to become a Rajya Sabha member from
Mm.
Rajasthan.
Yes.
Now they cannot leave Raebareli uncontested.
Yes.
So Priyanka Gandhi may contest from Raebareli. This is the talk
Mm.
again.
Mm.
And then, otherwise, why would she be back in UP? And
Yeah.
there is a proposal that Varanasi, she should go for a high profile fight, even if she
Mm.
loses, that would be Varanasi,
Mm.
appear to take on Prime Minister Modi in Varanasi
Mm.
and try to show that it's a David fighting a
Oh.
Goliath,
Mm.
and then try to get some publicity and contest from one of the southern states
Mm.
as a safety net. This plan is
Mm.
there, I'm told.
Okay.
Neeraj.
Okay. Moving on to West Bengal, sir. In Sandesh Khali, now that the West Bengal court has also asked Mamata government to stop supporting Shahjahan Sheikh, what is the option central government has to proceed further on this? Will they declare president's rule there?
No, they will not do anything that will be of great benefit to Mamata. Mamata would love to play victim card. If president's rule is declared, Binaji, that's the easiest thing for her. Rather than that, they will allow the BJP on the ground to continue this agitation, and public outrage that you are seeing is seen to be believed. Mamata is first time facing a serious crisis of sorts, because I'm told there is not one Sandesh Kali, there are numerous Sandesh Kali. And Sandesh Kali is an island on a river in Sundarbans,
Yes.
and the stories that are coming out, the horror stories, the women who have come out and how they have been sexually exploited
Mm.
by characters like a TMC Jilla Parishad member
Yes.
of Sandesh Kali, a person named Shah Jahan Sheikh,
Yes.
who is also involved in this scam involving selling off all the rice and wheat and everything meant for the public distribution system.
Yes.
Because of the money is to collect and send it to TMC bigwigs, the
Yes.
whole Mamata included,
Mm.
top TMC leadership was looking askance as to what was happening there.
Yes.
Only after ED raid, because there was money trail leading to Shah Jahan, he escaped. After that, then the women realized he is not being seen. Then they started opening up. The stories they have come out, the kind of stories you hear, will shock you to the core. That how
Yes.
young women were picked up. Any woman who got married, a new bride coming in,
Yeah.
they told her to come to the TMC headquarters in the night, and they keep her hostage for 3, 4 nights, exploit her, and then send her back home. And there are numerous stories. And
Yes.
the stories, they say they would pick up fair skinned women, girls
Mm.
particularly. I
Yes.
mean, something that you can't believe this can happen in
In the
this
Middle
era.
Ages, yeah, what happened in the Middle Ages?
I mean, this can happen in this era where a political functionary can get away,
And that too under a lady. Yes, under a lady.
And Mamata, instead of acting on this, so what she has done is she has caught hold of now somehow this Shahjahan seems to be a very prized property for her. She doesn't want to
Yeah.
act on him. He's absconding, but people tell me he's hiding in Sandesh Kali itself. Like the
Okay.
other two, the other two accused.
Yeah.
There is one Sardar, Sultan Sardar, there is one character, and there is
Yes.
another character called Hazra. And they have been arrested and gang rape charges have been pressed on them.
Yes.
They are henchmen of the henchman Sultan this Shah Jahan Sheikh.
Yes.
But when you hear these women, women come and tell their tales,
Mm.
nobody will think they are trying to break it up.
Yes.
Otherwise, why would they come? They want an end to this barbarism.
Yes.
That's why they are speaking out.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
initially, Mamata sent a police with a senior women IPS officer,
Mm.
but that women IPS officer then was removed because once she started recording all the testimonies, she was
Yeah.
removed
Yeah.
midway. And the latest involves, Kolkata High Court allowed the Shivendra Adhikari leader of the opposition to visit, but Mamata government again challenged it and stopped him from entering it till that appeal was disposed.
Yes.
See, you don't stop someone from visiting a place when the court has allowed him.
Yes.
You can challenge it later. But what she did was, she immediately filed another petition on the day he was leaving there, stopped him
Yes.
there. And that is how that confrontation happened with police. And that police officer, what I am told is, now they are saying he was called a Khalistani because he was a Sikh officer, Sikh IPS
Yes.
officer. Now, the versions I am getting to hear, this is the man who is
Shahjahan.
most
Yeah.
wanted, Shah Jahan Sheikh.
Mm.
And he seems he controls fisheries there, poultry there. He has encroached on land on which he has set up poultry farms.
Mm.
And our TMC ministries are visiting Sandesh Kalli to tell local people, don't press your complaint about this exploitation. We will return your land, we will return your money.
Mm.
But already NCW has taken a serious note. Now there is going to be a visit by the National Scheduled Caste Scheduled Trade Commission, and these are all statutory bodies which can order action.
Yes.
And on the public perception, Mamata seemed to have slipped very badly, particularly when it comes to honor of poor women.
Yeah.
Minaji.
Yeah. So then moving on to Supreme Court. Now, Supreme Court's ruling about the electoral bond, the name and details should be made public. Will it not violate the agreement between the donor and the recipient? And the identity will be kept secret, breach of contract. Your view on this and how the government is going to overcome SC's ruling?
Well, I expect, this is definitely a problem that is going to come because at the time when these people bought bonds, there was explicit understanding that it will not be revealed as per the scheme,
Yes.
that their identity will not be revealed, but banks would know. They provided KYC documents also to buy the bond.
Yeah.
And it was encashed by various parties. Now, this judgment is actually throwing the bath water as well as the baby because this whole scheme was to curb black money. Now, if things have gone to back to square one, which means what? Up to 20,000 cash can be taken by parties. Now, more of the black money will start making way into circulation
Yeah.
for political purposes. Even with the bond scheme, you had that Rajya Sabha MP, Dheeraj Sahu, hoarding lots of cash, which were all seized during raids, more than 250 crore cash. Now, well, the public needs to know who donates, who for whom. I mean, one does not have any problems with the basic jurisprudence that is involved in Supreme Court's ruling. But the question is, why was this anonymity brought? It was brought because the donors feared reprisal.
Yes.
If I give Congress, I don't give communists, or if I give BJP, I don't give Congress, I will be singled out to say that I've actually bribed the party to do something for
Yeah.
me. There could be a quid pro quo. I'm not denying that. No businessman ever gives money without something in return.
Expecting
Okay.
something in return. Yeah.
But for a Supreme Court to completely assume that all the donations were for purpose of influencing policies, and then the fact that the opposition parties were upset with the scheme for another reason.
Mm.
They didn't have a problem with anonymity
Yes.
because otherwise, why would they taking electoral bonds? Their problem was BJP got 12,000 crores, we got only 1,000 crores.
Mm. Mm.
Not that abolition of the scheme will ensure immediately more funds will come to you. See, if you have votes, you will get your notes.
Yeah.
If you are seen as a party that is likely to come to power, just as Congress was beneficiary of huge funding
Yeah.
when it was in power. Once it went out of power, it appeared that it cannot come back to power. The question of funds became an issue. And
Yes.
also, congressmen, Congress leaders are known to encourage their donors to donate them directly
Yeah.
rather than to the party because that
Mm.
gives them that clout within the party.
Mm.
That is one. So the
Mm.
question is, I do expect some review petitions to be filed requesting Supreme Court to look at this aspect.
Yes.
Of course, I don't because there are two ways of challenging this Supreme Court judgment. One is the review petition, where you seek review of a particular condition,
Yeah.
and that is one, which is not heard in open court; it is heard in chambers. The other is to go for curative petition.
Mm.
Curative petition means you point out something fundamentally wrong in the judgment,
Mm.
which goes to a new bench of which some old members of the bench may be present. But that thing I don't think Supreme Court will entertain. Maybe a
Okay.
review is possible.
And sir, the last question that is, with regards to Arvind Kejriwal. Now, he's ignored the ED summons for the sixth time. Will he be arrested any time?
Well, he'll. I think I don't think ED will directly arrest him, but they will get the court to. The whole thing is since the matter is now before the court. Court is giving dates, and how long he is going can avoid the court dates. Finally, the court may say one day, please surrender to ED.
Mm.
So it's a question of another month or so. I think. I don't think Arvind Kejriwal will be able to avoid appearing before ED to answer questions relating to the excise scam and payoffs in that excise scam. Though he is following Hemant Soren's path, but then finally, you saw what happened. And in this case, what doesn't know, finally, see, arrest happens if there is a money trail.
Yeah.
See, in his case, I do not know whether any money trail has been established. If it were so, then the ED would arrest him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would rather wait for the court to direct Kejriwal to appear before ED and cooperate in the investigation. And that is why he is avoiding even going to the court.
Yeah. In an
Sir,
interesting.
yeah, one more question is with regards to National Herald case, there has been no update from the ED as well, right? So,
Well, they are out on bail in that case, but the case is not closed. You see, they have to pay. See, they have to pay income tax, 100 crores, 99 crores or so as penalty. Now, Congress funds have also come under scanner. Even Congress has to pay some penalty. That's why they created a scare about their funds being frozen. You remember last few days ago?
yes.
Then it was clarified that IT Appellate Tribunal has given them relief. You can operate your
Yes.
accounts.
Yeah. So just one small interesting, anecdote about Kejriwal. See what they say is that he's a very intelligent man. Who wears a shirt that is designed in such a way. That if you look at it from all four angles, you'll find that it is designed to show a common man. Like it's built. It's stitched for the common man. Absolutely, who does not have money, just bare minimum. And on the other side, he's minting money. So the public profile and what he does in private is totally opposite. So they've shown pictures of him from all angles to show his shirt. That this is the kind of shirt that a common man wears, and that's to show how poor he is.
But Miraji, you have already seen those the two pictures of Kejriwal during the Anna Hazare movement
Yes.
before he came to power, and now in
Yes.
power.
Yeah.
That the starved look is gone. He looks more
Yes.
a healthy human
Absolutely.
being,
Yeah.
healthier.
Yeah. I think Jindal, frequent visits to Jindal has done him good. Thank you, sir, so much for this wonderful session. And we'll meet you again next week. Thank you. Good night. Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.
Thank you, Miraji. Thank you, Jaydev.
Thank you.